Hi everybody, it's Wednesday, June 23rd, and we're not ready for backfill yet, so we've decided to continue building, or at least start building. We're going to do the framing. We're in order just enough for the center beam, the posts, and the sill plates. So Anna and I are going to start on that today. The three footings are here, and the posts will go in the holes in the center of the footings. And the center beam is going to run from that cut right there, right down the middle to that cut there. And it'll go out 8 feet to a pier that'll support the covered porch. And then we have to laminate a 38-foot beam. And we can't do it on top of the posts because the posts aren't in place. So we're going to do it in parts on the floor and then put it together up top. So we're laminating the beam on the floor, and now we've got to lift it up. Now it's going to be a 4-ply beam, but we're not strong enough to lift 4 plies. As a matter of fact, this is only 2/3 of the length, and it's only 2-ply. And so we're trying to put it up now. We've got it on top of this ladder, and now we've got to get the weight off, get the ladder out of there, and get this portion of the beam in that pocket in the wall. So we've got the end of the 38-foot beam right out to the pier. The problem being is they didn't finish this pier off very well. It's got a big chunk of cement here. So these 2 laminates fit okay, but when we put the other 2 on, they're going to hit this big chunk of cement. So I've got to try and chip some of it off. We'll see how it goes. Well, today's been all about putting together the main beam in the basement, the center beam, and it's a 4-ply 2x10 beam. And we've been laminating the pieces together, and we've been at it about 6 hours, and it's slow going. And we're on our 3rd ply right now, as you can see. 3 plies, and we're getting there. What slows us down is dimensional lumber is not always the same. So each 16-foot 2x10 is, one is 1/16 less than the other, and so on. So we've had to clamp them both vertically and squeeze them together. And we've been doing that all the way along, sometimes as many as 4 clamps just to get it to come together. And when we get it, we screw it. Later on, we're going to put some nails in. Well, the beam seems to be level. I don't know if you can see that. So it seems to be level, but to the naked eye, it doesn't look level. But we'll trust the bubble in this case. We're almost finished the 3rd ply, but we're running out of sunlight, so I think we'll probably stop soon. Oh. So the beam is finally up. It took Anna and I about a day and a half to get it done. And it's 4 ply, sitting on a little piece of foam in there to protect it from the moisture from the cement. And goes 38 feet. So in order to take the curve out of the beam, we've taken off 2 plies, the 2 outside plies here, and down here we've taken off the 1st ply, left the 2nd, taken off the 3rd and the 4th in order to get it lined up correctly. So they're all down here. Now I think we have it lined up, and that may be our problem, I'm not sure. But also these boards have a slight curvature to them, and when we put them back up, we're going to try and balance the curves one against the other to see if we can get it perfectly straight. We'll see how that goes. So I'm redoing the beam. I took it apart, took all the different plies off, put them back together to get it straight and to get the quarter points correct. And now, it's a good thing I did it in screws originally because I was able to back them off and put them back on. But now I'm pretty certain this is the way it's supposed to go. I hope so. So I have to put the proper nail pattern in, which is 3.5-inch nails. So I'm using a nail gun. This one here. It's a Milwaukee. I did my research on it, and I would have liked to have bought a DeWalt, but it got really bad reviews, and the Milwaukee got great reviews. I've never used one before, so this will be the true test. We'll see how it goes. Hi everyone. So, as I think I've already mentioned, our footings got completely covered over with poly, and then 2 inches of foam, and then about 4 or 5 inches of cement. And that was all done before I could get the posts in that are supposed to support this beam. So a few days ago I jackhammered out the cement, and now I'm trying to figure out precisely where the pole is supposed to go, and I'm cutting it out. And the best tool I could find was a kitchen knife. It came out pretty well. So I've done one, I've still got this one to do, and one more down the end. So that's tonight's job. Should have got the posts in before the cement was poured. No better next time. You got it, though.
6/8, 7 6/8.
The 6x6, don't want to make a mistake on them. We've already measured the height that we think it's supposed to be. This case, I think 6 3/4. Hole is prepped, ready for the post, and it's starting to rain right now, so we're just keeping it covered momentarily. Now to fit the post in that hole, it won't stand up under the beam unless we raise the beam first. So we've come down to this end with this old floor jack, and I put it under here. This thing's got to be 60, 70 years old, maybe more. It's old. Anyway, it still kind of works. So what we'll do is crank the beam up till we get it high enough that that post will fit. And it's a bit of a grunt. WD-40, anybody? It's left a gap in here, so we've lifted it up that much. So hopefully back here, where the post is gone, It's lifted it up enough that we can get the post in. Start right down the side, come over the top. Look at that. Not quite high enough. Oh. So today comes with a little bit of bad news. The building inspector has told us that we have to do more with these posts holding up the beam. We're starting to take the 3 posts out now because he said they have to have a bracket pinning them to the footing. So we picked up these L brackets. Now here's the issue. It would be nice if we could leave the posts in place and put the L brackets in, dig out the foam, but I can't get the drill down there to Tapcon into the cement and go sideways into the post and get her done. Now on this side there's enough room, this side no, this side no. So we're going to break out more cement. I don't want to do that. So we've taken out the posts. What we're going to try and do is dig out little places for the L brackets to sit. And I used these L brackets and Tapcons, but they didn't work out so well. I'm not sure why. These 3 Tapcons held solid, and these ones, they're loose. And these ones are kind of loose. So we're going to take those out and try something new. This bracket here on the corner, much more substantial bracket. Yeah.
You want me to hold the...
No, it's okay. Not coming out too easy. So, we're back to the beam and posts, and here's the deal. Anna and I just did all our measurements and found out that the post is slightly too high. So, and we're going to remove this post and take about a 1/16 or so of an inch off and then reinstall it. going to accept that as a success and move on to hole number 3, where we're going to use a jack post. Jack post seems so much easier as you just make the adjustments with the screw at the top. One might say, why didn't you use it on all of your posts? And my answer is, the building inspector told me this was a 5,500 pound capacity post or greater. This one right here had to be 13,500. Couldn't find one. And this one had to be 9,500 pound capacity, depending on what they held. This one is involved with holding the loft. This one goes right up the middle of the building to the ridge beam, so it's the 13,500 one. And this jack post, it's a single story open part of the cottage, so it can get away with 5,500. So I could find 13,000 and I could find 9,500, but not at the right height adjustments. You'll see that this one here that's the French side. This one adjusts from 54 to 100 inches. My height that I need is around 87 inches, so this works. As soon as you get into the heavyweight jack posts, holding 13,000 pounds, they don't have that wide range from 54 inches to 100 inches. They have usually a 4-inch or 5-inch range, and I couldn't find anything in the range of 87 inches for this one at 13.5 or this one at 9.5. Now, why couldn't I find one at 9.5? Because this one here has a rating of 9,000, where is it? 9,250. It had to be 9,500, and I couldn't find one for 9,500. So that's why we're only using one jack post here. So here we go.